This is the third round of the February Premodern Challenge. Out of 5 in total, I am 1-1, so probably have to win 3 in a row here. At least that's what I'm assuming. Can I keep this? Yeah, I think so. I'm going second. It's going to depend on what the opponent's playing. Flooded Strand. Let's start out with a bird, see how that goes. Interesting. They thinking about countering that? That would be fine. Yep, okay. Prohibit is interesting. It's probably blue-white control. Oh, that's cool. I haven't seen one of those in a while. Yeah, it's definitely blue-white control then. No doubt about it. I could go for the Masticore, but I don't know. I should probably just play the wall, hope I draw something better than Worm, and then play the Worm if I don't. Let's say I Masticore and they have swords, I discard a land, and they swords it. I don't know. It just isn't good. I'll play the wall. Oh, nice. Really glad I found something. Wouldn't feel safe playing the Worm, but it's a kind of a low-powered hand. Two accumulated knowledge, impulse, and forbid. Looks like the cards of substance are what they're short on. So I'll take that forbid and end the turn. Going for the impulse first. And probably cycling the sandbar, I would think. Don't see a lot of sandbars in this type of deck. Playing it instead. Okay. That's an interesting choice. Do I go for the Tempting Worm now, knowing that they can draw cards and capitalize on it more later? Yeah, I probably should. I mean, if they played Lonely Sandbar, they're probably not holding other lands. Nice. Hopefully they don't Wrath. That would be very inconvenient. There's a Dust Bowl. not exactly a problem. Start off with an attack here. Second, accumulated knowledge. I think they have counterspell. Everything but counterspell. Alright, that's pretty funny. Okay then. My backup would have been Fact or Fiction, which also would have missed, so that's basically fine. Gotta take Humility. Now, do I play my Masticore into a counter? No, it's going to be less convenient for them if I wait a turn. I'll just land a go. Plus, this way I still have a creature for survival. Factory, interesting. Bad draw there. And yeah, if they want to double counter that, suits me just fine. Yeah, digging for something better. Great. Glad that landed. It's pretty solid right now. Maybe thinking about a small decrease cycle in light of the Masticore, and then try to find Wrath. If it were something bigger like Fact or Fiction, they would have just played it. Yeah, here it comes. Another factory. Alright. Shoot the soldier down and move to my turn. Discard that. And get my attacks in. Let's see. 2, 4, 6. Yep, that's it. Great. One down into the sideboard. I guess Cabal is pretty good here. Fiend. Yeah, there's kind of a lot of stuff competing for a little bit of space here. I want the Hermits because they're high impact. I need Genesis and Hypnotist. Muse I really want. Vigilante I want. Maybe I would just not use these. On the other hand, it seems kind of crazy not to. Bone Shredder I want to keep one of in case of Big Decree, or maybe they have, I don't know, Exalted Angel or something. Rainatane is expendable because I do have Naturalizes in Vigilante. Yeah, I'll just knock that right off the list. And I'll get rid of a couple Wall of Roots because I can only extend so far into a deck with Wrath of God before it messes things up for me. Do I want another Tempting Worm? I don't know. Got that wall too. So I still have a wall, but I'm pretty safe. Ranger and Cabal. It feels like it's not good enough. It's just one of those matches where, I don't know, where it doesn't really make sense. Like, it sort of makes sense, but maybe I should just have the Cabal and not the Ranger. Take out the Wall of Roots. Take out one of the Wall of Blossoms. That seems okay, I guess. I suppose I can live with that. A little awkward sideboarding with this new package sitting there. Yep, I can definitely keep. I don't know, maybe 4 Tempting Worm is too much. But, I don't know, the game just always seems to end up in this grindy stalemate. Let's hope I get some black mana at some point. Good. I expected them to play something on my end step. Secluded Step. I wonder how many cycling lands they have. I don't know, maybe it's just one in each color. I could see that making sense. Oh, that's funny. Alright, rest time. Let's see what that ends up doing. Interesting. You have 2 Mana Leak, a Swords, a Crypt, Forbid, and a Humility. Awesome. What am I going to do with this? So, I could run the Tempting Worm. Yeah, I don't need to get rid of Humility because it's going to be hard for them to play it and then also protect it when I'm already holding Naturalize. Obviously don't want to take Mana Leak. Forbid, I mean, they can't even cast Forbid right now. Tormod's Crypt is honestly a bit of a pain. I might want to get rid of that. Swords to Plowshares is irritating, but not really that menacing. Yeah, I'll just aim for the long game and take this crypt. And I'll end the turn. And then next turn, I can play a 4th land and Cabal Therapy them with 3 mana up, which puts them in a really awkward spot. Ooh, survival. Awesome. Let's get that therapy in. Yeah, if they leak it, I'm just going to pay and then probably take down, I don't know, Forbid maybe? Or Swordsing. Nice, that makes sense. Yeah, they kind of have to mana leak, don't they? Okay, so I am going to pay the 3. I could sink Survival in, but I'm just going to go for the value. I'm going to name the other mana leak, maybe? I'll name Forbid. Parallax Tide. Interesting. They have nothing to combo with it. There's Humility. That is just fine. I am going to Cabal Therapy, and I don't know, I mean, their Tide doesn't really do anything, but it does buy them time, and they could draw into something to combo with it, and Mana Leak is just, like, it's just not threatening. Like, I know it's there, I have more discard. Okay, let's hit the Parallax Tide. Naturalize Humility, end the turn. Could have done something more aggressive with, like, I don't know, playing Tempting Worm, then Naturalize Humility later, but I'm really just sort of playing it safe here. I could take the Tide, then run the Worm into the Leak and the play Survival. That feels right. I mean, they're sort of banking on drawing a Stifler. Did they even play Chain? Yeah, I don't know. The Leak feels like their way to sort of luck out of it. I'm sorry, the Tide does. And I can just trade 1 for 1 with the Leak. I mean, what are they going to not Mana Leak it? Right, now they have 1 turn to answer my Survival. Nice. Right, time to get set up. Another land, excellent. Okay, get things moving. What would I want to have in my graveyard if they killed survival right now? Just another tempting worm, maybe? No, I want to be able to get and cast all the tempting worms. Just a hermit, I guess. Give it a little extra firepower. That can make some sense. That way if they get some sort of insane draw and they like get rid of my survival and then they swords my tempting worm, I can have like 2 layers of aggressive power ready to go just on hand. Also, it gives me something on the higher end that's super threatening that doesn't require me to draw another black mana. Dust Bowl, that does absolutely nothing for them. Okay, so I'm going to get back Tempting Worm. Just going to generate a ton of value while they're sitting there not killing my survival. Do I want to do it this way? Yeah, I definitely do. Okay, good stuff. So I'll attack for 5. Drop my big creature. Go get, I don't know, I guess Birds of Paradise. I guess it's that or Quarion Ranger. Birds of Paradise is more immediately useful. Hey, that's a live draw. Glad I spent the mana to get extra value that turn. Probably going to off my squee and make me pay for Genesis value. Yep. Yeah, that was a really good draw for them. I mean, it's not enough to do it on its own. It's going to take a sequence of good draws. But it's certainly not out of the question. That's for sure. Okay. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I could just get back the Hermit and play the Hermit. Seems pretty good. Impulse. Okay. Put them at 5 here. And actually, I feel like getting Mesmeric Fiend is the safe bet. And I still have my Deranged Hermit in hand ready to go. Yeah, they need a lot from that draw, and looks like they didn't get it. All right, that was a fun match. Still in the running.